Hello everyone, I'm Sven Ronning and this is my channel, Violin Axioms. It's a channel where we take apart the art of violin playing into small bite-sized ideas and principles and reassemble them into our technique in a way that's hopefully going to make everything smoother, easier, faster, better, stronger. Because there are a lot of these and a lot of these ideas add up to the whole product, I encourage you to subscribe to Violin Axioms so that you get an idea of how all of these ideas fit together. Okay, today we're going to do 5 more axioms for better intonation. We've done 5 axioms for better intonation already, and those 5 axioms were mostly related to finger placement, how to drop the finger, how to shape the frame or shape the fingers in such a way that they tend to come down in the right place. Today's 5 axioms are more about either listening more carefully or developing a concept that comes from inside of you, from your mind's ear, you might say, in order to play more in tune. So the first axiom for today is really coming from the inside out, and that is to make sure that you can hear whatever you're going to do before you play it. Hear it before you play it. There are all sorts of ways to improve your concept of the piece. The fastest and best one is just to listen to a lot of recordings. Listen to great violinists play, and of course, listen to the pieces that you are learning so that you have them in your ear and you know the standard of what's good. Another thing that you can do that's kind of related to that is to play your part on the piano first. If you find that you just can't hear it or don't hear it as optimally as you would like, playing the notes on the piano so that you hear them, then maybe singing back. And if you can't sing back, a great thing you can do is play the piano with your right hand, finger your violin on those same notes with your left hand silently, and hopefully the sound that you associate from the piano will start to stick with what you feel in your left hand. And it's a great place to start for getting pitch concept. Okay. Related to that, of course, is a third corollary of this axiom is, I think if you take an ear training course or watch some ear training videos, get some kind of instruction in how to improve your ear, how to sing scales, how to sing and hear intervals, working on drilling that stuff. We will be doing that on this channel as well. But I think the more formal instruction that you can get in that way, or just catch as catch can informal instruction will help too, that will really improve your intonation and your ability to hear things before you play them, which is essential to good intonation. And the fourth corollary is precisely that once you're hearing these things better, be practicing your scales. Scales, major and minor, maybe some others too, like pentatonic scale or whole tone scale eventually, or chromatic scale. They'll help you hear things more clearly because they're models for lots of different music. The same goes for arpeggios. You can start with one octave to begin with, but getting those concepts are going to help you play more in tune as you go forward. Axiom number 2 is, let's say you can't really hear the notes at all. Hopefully you're not in that place, but you might be. It can be really helpful to just name them first. So if you name the notes and just say them to yourself, they go in deeper. And there's something about labeling, maybe not the same thing as explaining something, but labeling is a start for starting to understand. So just applying a label will get you closer to being able to hear and explore things. So name the notes that you're playing. The other nice thing about this is that it slows you down a little bit, makes you more mindful of what you are doing. Axiom number 3 is what I call the overtone halo. So listen for the overtone halo of every note. And What I'm talking about here is the overtone series, that your instrument is tuned in fifths, which are very, very consonant intervals, and your instrument really wants to play in tune. All you have to do is figure out how to let it play in tune, and it will play in tune for you. So, for example, if I were to just play a basic note like that G, a third finger G on the D string. I hope that you can hear behind it, there's a kind of halo that comes out of the instrument that blooms the tone. Even when I take the bow, off the string, that halo persists. Now, if I play an out of tune note, gosh, you don't get very much of that halo, do you? Even if I really lay into the instrument, I won't get the halo. So you're going to get the most halo, of course, for notes that have open strings attached to them. Like a D is going to ring for sure. But even some notes that aren't so closely related. Let's take this F sharp, for example. It will also have a little bit of a halo if I am really in the right place and pulling deep into the string. So if the notes I play are have that overtone halo behind them, chances are they will be more in tune. So I do like to say here that one of the reasons intonation, the central syllable of the word intonation, is tone. So the more focused you are on an excellent tone, the better your intonation will be. So think about intonation, and I think you will find yourself developing a stronger sense of intonation. All right. Fourth axiom, this is a sort of 21st century one, and that is to practice with a tuner. This is a recent tool, of course, but you can get tuners everywhere nowadays. You can download them as apps. Of course, you can buy relatively cheap tuners that are designed for that specific purpose. So do make sure that you're practicing with a tuner. It's especially desirable, I think, to have the tuner that will tell you what note you're playing, again, so that you have a label, and that provides you with information about what the note is, and then indeed how in tune it is. Combine that with listening for the overtone halo, and you will start to zone in on increasingly better intonation. Okay, and then last axiom for today is to record yourself. And you can, I think, using any kind of function, a recording device, using your phone, listening and then playing it back is a great way to do this. But you can also use different tuning apps nowadays that will record you, and they will actually show you graphically how in tune or not in tune you are on every last note that you're playing. I would especially recommend the Tunable app in this regard, as it has a tuning function that shows you how many cents sharp or flat you are on a note, and it will record you in real time and even give you an intonation score, as demoralizing as that might be. All of that is great. I think in a more broad sense too, if you want to record your practice almost daily. My students who record themselves frequently during the week, I really notice that they improve much quicker. All right, I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one, especially if you subscribe. So don't forget to subscribe to Violin Axioms, and see you next time.